And then for the fungicide migration method, we took, so here's a canola leaf on the left here, and we took half of the leaf and covered it with plastic and then sprayed the other half of the leaf. And then the unsprayed half of the leaf, so the part of the leaf that was covered, we cut it off from the rest of the leaf at 1, 4, 8, or 12 days after spraying, and then inoculated it. And so we inoculated the canola leaves with sclerotinia. We inoculated the pea leaves with Mycosphaerella pinoides, which is another pathogen from the Mycosphaerella blight complex. And then we inoculated the lentils with Colototricum lentis, which is the lentil anthracnose pathogen. And then 4 days after we inoculated them, we measured the lesion size in peas and canola, and we counted the infected leaflets in lentils. So if you look at these intact plants here on the far right, most of the pea varieties in Western Canada are semi-leafless. So we didn't actually inoculate leaves, we inoculated stipules. And then the stipules are at the base of what would be a leaf, but because of breeding, these varieties mostly just have tendrils instead of leaves. So you have these two stipules kind of around the petiole, and then there's the tendril that comes out. Peas, again, 8 days after spraying seemed to be when most of the migration took place, and you could really see the control. Yeah, you can see the disease and the control at the top here. Kind of gives you an idea of what they look like. And then I guess the ones I'd highlight again would be Soratel and MAXENTIS. You can see there's in MAXENTIS and Soratel, there's almost complete control. You compare it to something like the Delero here, where if you look at the sprayed side, there's no lesion, but then on the side that wasn't sprayed, the lesions are taking over the leaf. So same graphs again, looking at 8 days after spraying. You can see Soratel, MAXENTIS, Mirabis Neo, and Elatis all showed comparable levels of control 8 days after spraying. And then the same effect that we saw in canola. So at 12 days after spraying, you see a lot of the control kind of waning in some of the other fungicides, but Soratel especially and MAXENTIS as well hung on pretty well.